Yes, we are live. I think we're live. I think. Which I might need to change something here. Already starting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, look, okay, cool. I've got it up on my other computer now. Sweet. Can see what's going on.
Can you say we're still here? We're
Yeah,
live?
all right.
We're live. That's all right. As long as we're live, that's the most important. So let me change this so I can get the chat going up on here and go to the live chat going. Because for some reason, every single time we go onto YouTube, we need to update the chat. Otherwise, it won't work. Let's remove this. I need you. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Tech from PC 419. Ricky couldn't make it tonight, so we have Rowie here. He's special co-hosting once again for Talking Tech. Thank you, Rowie, for this very, very short notice for jumping on and the issues we had prior to this starting up, which we'll try and work out tonight or tomorrow with your PC. But it wouldn't be Talking Tech if there was an issue with the PC, with anyone's PC at this stage, was mine or yours or someone else's, or something at the studio or an audio issue or something else on that. There's always a problem there.
It wouldn't be us really if there wasn't an issue somewhere in the pipe.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not looking forward to the end of the show because then I'll have to deal with my broken computer.
Yeah, well, I know. We're already started to diagnose before the show. Genesis, how you going, buddy? Hey, Deadlocks, hello. But before start of the show, we've also got some good sponsors sponsoring Talking Tech. So I've got to thank Cooler Master once again for sponsoring the show. So Cooler Master have a variety of parts for your PC, especially hardware internally. So head over to coolmaster.com and you can check out their gear, all what they've got to offer for you guys, which I'll put into the chat, which I keep forgetting to do it, but I'll put it now. And then Blue Designs. So Blue Designs have given me the Yeti X, obviously for me to use for the show. I did a review on that, so do check out that video. So it's an actual great mic. Check it out and head over to bluedesigns.com and check out the special range that Yeti actually have got, especially if you're a streamer. So yeah, I forgot to put the www, but doesn't matter. All good. Is that couldn't key in a nice beach scene? Yeah, Rowie.
Oh, that's on you, mate. I've given you a beautifully lit green background for you to key, and you haven't done it, so that's on you.
I can key something. I can actually throw you back into the studio if I like.
Yeah, well, this is my proper stream green screen, so it is a giant wall of green.
So how's everyone's week been so far? Obviously, with this self-isolation we've got going at the moment, a lot of you guys would be sort of wondering what's the next step, what's going to be happening, when can we be released back into the wild? But I think here in Australia, we're going to be sort of locked down for a while. Would you agree, Roy?
Oh, absolutely. I don't see it cooling off anytime soon. Globally, even not just here, but globally, I think it's going to be a bit of an issue for a little while at least.
Yeah, exactly right. So we've got a few topics for tonight as well, guys. So obviously it is has got a few new topics. We're going to Intel and NVIDIA. Not so much from there. Obviously we've got some games as well. So what sort of games are people playing and what games you should be playing for obviously while you're in isolation and for 2020. And then we've got some questions for COVID-19 as well for you guys as well. So we'll jump onto that. And we've got some gaming topics as well. So I've been playing, especially today, I actually had a few sessions of it, is Mountain Blade 2. Which is actually a pretty good game. I played the first version of it and it was okay, but got away from it for a while. But now it's Mountain Blade 2 is actually a really, really good game, which I've got to get you onto it, Rowie.
Yeah, but it's not Dota.
It's not Dota. I thought you were over Dota. I said you're finished with
that. I delete it. And then the problem is my internet's so quick. I'll delete it in a fit of rage and then I can re-download it in less than 10 minutes. So it's...
Yeah, very true. All right, so we've got that going at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll go straight into the first topic for tonight, which I'll bring over here, and hopefully it's grabbing the right Chrome page. Yes, it is. Okay, so Intel's 10th gen processor is going to be released very, very soon. And as you can see here, they've got a lot of CPUs coming out, including some of obviously their first generation of the mobile versions have just been released, and now looking at desktop version as well. So, but they're predicting mainly that the mobile versions are going to be nearly or just as powerful as the desktop versions, because they want them as power hungry and as powerhouse as well, but also producing a lot of battery saving issues. Not issues.
Rip.
I would wouldn't say issues, but you know what? If you got it on performance mode, you're going to have issues regardless of that. So they're going to see about obviously trying to increase battery life as much as they can, but they are giving out a fair few new features with this as well. So we are looking at the mobile version at the moment here, and you can see they're bringing out Wi-Fi 6 and 4K HDR, which will be inbuilt as well. And then with desktop caliber performance to go, which is boosting up to 5.3 gigahertz, which this, mind you, this will be on the i9. 5.3 gigahertz, 16 meg of
Cache.
cache. Is it cache? Yeah, 6 meg of cache. Yeah. So laptops of today, as you can see here, I've actually got another one. This is not the 10th one. This is the 9th one. So you guys would have seen on the this is Studio, by the way. You would have seen on Twitter, on social media, that I've currently got the Aura 17. So I started benchmarking that today. Beast of a laptop. I've got to hand it. I think Rory's going to be hanging to see this when he does all the B-roll.
I'm not giving it back, like straight up. It's going to be, you're going to give it to me to shoot the B-roll, and it's be like, oh, I broke it. I spilled coffee on its soz.
Yeah. So while Aura's already emailed me already, they're going to send me the 10th gen as soon as this one's finished. So as soon as this one's all done, we'll get the 10th gen laptop. So it will be great. Hopefully it's one of their. I actually don't want a full beast mode laptop. I actually do want to see what a mid tier or sort of like an ultrabook as well, to see what sort of battery life you get out of it, and what you really can do with it. But most of the laptops I get here in the studio, particularly because they see what the channel does, you know what? Here's the top tier laptop. Look, this is worth like $6,000 as is now, and you obviously are going to get good performance out of it for a laptop of this caliber, regardless of it. It's 240 hertz screen. It's an i9. It's got 2080 in it. Actually, I'll boost the fans up. Watch this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Is that pretty
Oh, I can hear it.
So, yeah, when you boost the fans up on this, it does get pretty loud. But there's so much sort of technology coming out in regard to Intel, and AMD has obviously released their new mobile chipsets as well. So it's going to be good to see a sort of balanced caliber of laptops coming out, not just always Intel's version of it. But for Intel to come out and saying that they've got CPUs of pushing up to 5.3 gigahertz, it's going to give AMD a fair bit of a fair run for its money coming up soon. But have you seen much of these new 10th gen CPUs?
Not yet. I don't know. Look, I'm a little indifferent. I don't want to be the early adopter again. And if I dig into it too much, I know I'll probably end up buying one.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of trying to hold back a little, looking into it, because I get too excited. And I'll just stick with my Ryzen for now.
Going back to what we were talking about for AMD before when I was talking about it, do you reckon it's something prior to the past or to now that it would still push away people from buying AMD laptops, or is it only particularly where they'll see influencers saying, yeah, buy this laptop because it's actually good now, but 1 or 2 years ago, you would never ever thought or even think about buying an AMD laptop or an AMD CPU in a laptop, I should say.
Yeah, well, I think laptops have always been Intel from my perspective, at least, especially because AMD always went the whole, like the GPU, what do they call it? The APU or something, where it's APU, the GPU. Yeah, and I don't know. I just didn't like the fact that it was all together. So yeah, I think for desktop rigs, for me at least, it's still AMD, and then for laptops, it's Intel. In my opinion, from my perspective.
Well, hopefully we'll have 2 here soon as well. So we'll see 10th gen. Like I said, the Aura 17 is just a beast. Like I'm telling you, it will destroy some of the most of some of the gaming PCs that some people are actually playing on now. It's ridiculous. It's that powerful, and running a 240 hertz screen at the moment as well. It's just got ridiculous amount of power, but then you're paying $6,000 for it. But it is mobile, so you got to have a look at that way as well. But I would love to see ROG's new AMD laptop. It's going to be something that's going to be really, really great. It's going to be really great to see. So hopefully I should be seeing them. Well, I should be seeing one very soon from that because I've spoken to a sister about that already. So hopefully one of them should be arriving soon, and then we'll get a chance to see the 10th gen at the same time. So a bit of a comparison as well, and update our graphs because I think the last time we did one would have been 8th gen, I think it was. Yeah, 8th gen. 7th and 8th gen laptops that my last review was.
Damn.
Also, I've still got my GS65. So, and that is 8th at the moment.
You love that thing.
Oh, to be honest, I can't go past it till today. It's got a 2070 Max-Q. It's an 8770 HK CPU in there, or HQ I should say, and it's a 144 hertz screen. It's fantastic. Battery life is great. I can on battery mode I can probably get about 4 or 5 hours. That's 50% brightness up.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, like it's actually really, really good. And then
do you play many games on it though?
I do. When I've got a chance to do it, if I'm not at my PC or if I'm at work, in my office, I'm on a break, or if I'm doing something else differently, I'll jump on something just quickly, just have a look at it. But particularly, it's not like my primary gaming laptop.
Yeah.
But I will be trying this one out. 100%. So I'll probably doing it maybe Thursday. I actually might do a live stream from it. And just probably connect up on one of the screens, or just do a live stream from laptop to self directly and just work off that.
Yeah.
But to see what it can do, it can handle a stream, which I'm sure it will. Handle a stream and gaming at the same time. But yeah, so that is Intel's new CPUs being released. So it's going to be something very obviously interesting to see what they're coming up with now, and hopefully we should see what sort of gaming laptops will be released as well. But like I said, they are looking at a lot of comparisons to a desktop version, but they do that every single time, every single year. But you've got to admit, probably the last 3 or 4 years, it's jumped up a heck of a lot. Laptops, especially. MSI has probably been the front runner for sort of beefy laptops, like desktop replacements, I should say. But yeah, it's good to see, Aura's coming into it again, which they've been into for probably the last 2-3 years, I'd say. Probably this last year and the year before's models were great and fantastic. MSI, yeah, their laptops are like fucking 3 inches thick, but keep cool, no issues with it, and yeah, just keep moving along with it. So it's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
Going to the next topic for tonight. So the next topic is, it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA have apparently, which I don't know why, released the Super Series for the mobile GPUs. So they've got the RTX 2080 Super mobile, the 2080, which is in this one. Then you've got the 2070 Super, and then the 2060 Super. So if you guys have a look at this, I'll link this into the chat now. There's going to be a lot of differences between the two as well. We're going to obviously base clock and boost clock compared to a standard RTX 2060, or if you have to compare mine, for example. So I've got the RTX 2070 in mine. So CUDA cores, it's got a bit less, so 2304. Base clock is 1215 and boost to 1440. Memory speeds are the same, memory buffer is the same as well, but if you go to the super version, you get a CUDA cores of 2560, base clock of 1140, but then it boosts up to 1380 as well. So mine's probably in between that because I've got the Max-Q version, but there's big differences in regard to reason why they brought out the NVIDIA Mobile RTX Super Series into the laptop division. I don't know why they would have done it. If there's any reason why they would have had to have done it, because I'm pretty sure as it stands now, it's just people are still going to buy it regardless of it. But I think releasing the Super Series is pretty much just a money ploy for people to start buying Super Series laptops. What do you think, Rory?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they do. I guess just a waiting game at this stage.
Are people going to buy them though? Even due to the fact of what's going around at the moment. Was it a bad idea to do it now?
Look, I think yes and no. I think brands do need to capitalize on the fact that, without sounding like a heartless, horrible prick, people are working from home. People are doing a lot more things from home. So I think, the brands need to capitalize on people being working from home.
Yeah.
So if it's something that can help people out in their home rigs and stuff like that, absolutely. I mean, if companies don't if companies stop bringing stuff out, the world's going to turn to shit.
Yeah.
In my educated opinion, in my opinion. So I think that the more that brands will sort of try and normalize everything still and try and make it so, they're still bringing out product. While there people, especially in Australia, obviously people are still making money, whether or not, they've been laid off and they're still getting the government money and all that sort of stuff. There's still money. There's still a stimulus packages coming in. So if we're not spending it, then the world's just going to plummet even more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say. I'm gonna I'm gonna hedge my bet, but
I think what they've done here as well, bringing out the Super Series out, is sort of taking over what the Max Q versions as well. So instead of calling it Max Q, they're just calling it Super.
Yeah,
because if you look at the clock speeds on some of them as well, they're actually lower than the. So example, you got the 2080 Super.
Yeah.
Then you've got CUDA cores. It's got a lot more CUDA cores, but then base clock and boost clock is slightly lower as well. Obviously to bring down temps, because obviously that's what its main purpose is for.
Yeah.
So I think what they may have done here is just maybe just rebranded Max Q into Super as well.
Yeah.
But you would think that the Super version will be better than the standard. As it looks here, as you can see from this graph, I should make it bigger. You can see from this graph, it's actually lower. So even though the base clock here is slightly lower here, and then the boost clock slightly lower in here, so it's pretty much just saying we're removing Max Q and we're just calling it the Super Series instead.
Yeah.
But then you look at the 2060, for example, it's got a much higher boost clock and base clock as well.
Yeah.
So it's not really making sense at the moment. Not for the 2070, for the 2080. Look, But compared to that, it's just actually, and even looking at this as well, I actually want to give it a go maybe this week as well. Look at DLSS 2.0, see what differences is on there as well between the first version and to 2.0 as well. It's another video we need to look at, to be honest. Which is hopefully should see the Super Series being released on April 15th. So there's going to be another one coming out. But the next topic for tonight, which was more or less because of the issues and everything was going around in the world at the moment and what we're doing here, and obviously everyone's been self-isolated, and it's something that obviously everyone is doing at the moment is going out there is actually obviously playing games when they can. And this was a list that I thought you guys in the chat would like to see as well, is these are the 28 video games to play in self-isolation. Now, is this what Mog plays? Is it the game Mog plays?
Oh, yeah.
Is that, and is this, it's Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing, yeah.
I was
not Assassin's Creed, apparently.
So you got Animal Crossing on here, and then you got local multiplayer. So you've got Borderlands 3. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you guys agree with this list. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Overcooked 2. Have you played this? I know so many people in the community actually plays this. Hey, Tash, how you going, buddy? A Way Out as well, and then you've got Hidden Agenda, which I've never heard of. The Divinity Original Sin 2. Heard of this, but I've never played it. And then you've got online multiplayer, which today actually I updated Elder Scrolls Online because I actually want to get back. I missed that game so much.
I just get a random message from you. Yeah, I'm gonna install ESO again. I'm like, that's a slippery slope, friend.
Yeah, I know. But as a WoW player, because it's got a list on here. You got World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy, Star Trek Online, which I never really got into, to be honest. And you got Guild Wars, which I used to play as well. But playing World of Warcraft for so many years, and as soon as obviously Ezio got released, the graphics difference between Elder Scrolls and World of Warcraft was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Did you like comparison? What would you prefer, World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls?
Okay, so I only played ESO very, very briefly. Bethesda chopped out some keys and whatnot, and I gave it a crack. And, I did the High Elf Yourself activation at Comic-Con and stuff like that. And look, don't get me wrong, it's a really cool game, and it's something that I could have gotten into, but because of my super addictive personality, I have to distance myself from those kinds of games, because I literally just throw my life at them, I don't get anything done. So I really have to limit myself. Back when I started playing WoW, like even Dota, like I was playing Dota, like I was working full time and then still playing Dota 40 hours a week. Yeah. So it's just I've had to rein it back, and the only time I really game now is when I stream, and I haven't been streaming much, so I haven't been gaming much. I've been buying stuff.
You're gonna be don't remind me. We've been buying a lot of shit.
Look, it's I think because I've put more time into WoW, it's something that I think I could go back to, and it's a little bit more.
Are you gonna play Shadowlands? Are you gonna be playing it? Are you gonna jump back on that?
No, can't do it.
Oh, so you're done off WoW.
I just can't do it, man. Like I love the game. It's fantastic. But in saying that, I never did any end game stuff. Like I was a serial reroller. I wanted to try every character.
Oh, really?
All the time. Oh, yeah. So it'd be like I'd get a character to level 50, and I'd be like, all right, next. What's a warlock going to do for me? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's try heals. Let's try it. And like, yeah, I go through stages where I'll play games flat out. Like I'll be playing Overwatch lots, and then I'll drop it for like 3 months, and then I'll go back to it again later on. I'll sort of rotate through games that way. But
yeah.
Otherwise, I get too bored of everything.
So particularly, when did you start playing WoW? What expansion was that?
When did I stop, or when did I start?
Oh, stop.
When the I don't know, when the last thing came out, what's it, not retail, the OG one came out.
Which ones?
The when they re-released it. Classic.
Oh, Classic, yeah.
Yeah. So
you're playing Classic for a while, you remember that?
Yeah. I played a little bit of Classic, and I don't think I own the last 2 expansions though. I never got high enough to do the content anyway. So
yeah. Okay.
They start I love when they bring out new races and stuff like that, and then with all the new ones, they were just like reskinned old races. I'm like,
Shadowlands' new races coming out, yeah.
Yeah, but you've got to do all this like prerequisite shit to play them and stuff like that, and no.
I don't think Shadowlands is. I know the other 2 expansions were.
Don't say that, because then I'll play it.
Yeah, I think they're like released on Shadowlands.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to like lure me in to play with you, but you play Horde, I play Alliance. It'll never work.
It's never going to work for us. It's never going to work for us, regardless of it. Yeah, I know.
I can't play Horde. It's too unorganized.
So yeah, for me, I was a very different player. So I played my main is a Warlock. So it's just literally Warlock only. I've got other tunes at 110, 120, 90, 70, 80. Like I've still got to level up. But my Warlock was until he was fully geared raiding, and pretty much that I was up to a level where I can stop raiding with him because either the gear wasn't available or it was a too low percentage of a drop. I'll jump onto something else and jump to another character or so forth. But yeah, I would never ever look back at my World of Warcraft days and say, what, I wasted my time, because it was such a thing for me at the time that it was I actually made a lot of friends online that I've still talked to today. That it was long life friends from that, and that's I can never not say it was a waste of time for me at all.
But I think it's the same with any game though. like it doesn't necessarily like obviously WoW you do spend a lot of time doing the same sort of shit, but
yeah.
like I met some very good friends of mine through Dota. We just started playing and then we teamed up and then like
Yeah.
I was at his 30th birthday and like I've known them for like 7 years now. They live up closer to you than to me, but
Yeah.
like yeah, we're still we're in touch every day and all that sort of stuff. And same with Rust. And Rust is a very hard game to make friends in.
I never got into Rust. I probably could never get into it.
Fucking love,
not even listed here, but
love multiplayer survival games where you can fuck with people, and that was a thing. Like that's all it was. It was building up quick enough to destroy other people and like make them cry because they'd spend like 20 hours plus building their base and everything like that, and then you just like walk through them with some C4 and they'd have to start again.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Continuing on, we got Destiny 2 here as well, that wasn't a bad game. I actually got into that, but then I just didn't have anyone to play with, because not many people were actually playing it. Hearthstone, I could never play a card-based game on PC. It's just
really?
Yeah, I could never do it.
So I quite like my card games. So I used to play MTG online on the computer.
Yeah.
I've played Hearthstone a little bit. The Pokemon TCG.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Then there's Ark Survival, which I played a fair bit of that when it first got released, but it was so buggy, so I didn't stop playing and just never got back into it. Overwatch is another one. So this is all the multiplayer games, and you got Apex Legends, Forza Horizon 4, and then obviously GTA 5, which will be GTA 6 coming out. And then Elite Dangerous is the 9th as well. So
I've got that downloaded. I haven't played it yet. It does look very good though.
Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I can't wait for Star Citizens to actually become more alpha and beta as well at the moment. Star Citizens is going to kill it. That's a game when it gets released out. It's just going to be such a really good multiplayer game that you can pretty much do everything you want. You're going to have squadrons out there. You're going to have fleets, destroy other bases and, fleets versus fleets. There's Mephisto. He's actually part of a big guild currently now, and they are literally battle ready when this gets full release. Like the owner of his guild has spent thousands of real dollars with big battleships ready to go.
Damn, son.
Yeah. I wanted a battleship, but when I looked at the price of one, it was about 5,000 Australian. No shit. I'm telling you, it's like you need like 20 people to actually be in the ship as well to fully man it up. You can't just jump in a policy and it's full auto guns. That's not like that at all.
Yeah, you actually need a team to.
Well, the ship I got now needs 4.
Fuck.
So it's got 4. So it's got 3 turrets. So 5 people. So you got the pilot, co-pilot, and 3 turrets. Yeah. And then going with the single player. So we've got Animal Crossing, which, Robbie's missus plays. She's a streamer as well. She was playing this today. I have no idea what it's about, what you do in it. It looks like you just...
Neither do I. I've got no fucking idea. And everybody's playing it at the moment. Everyone's talking about turnips and bells and all that sort of shit. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then there's Tokyo Mirage Sessions, whatever the hell that is.
Mog plays that as well. Another weeb game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look, it's all in Japanese.
Yeah. Then you got Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mog's playing that as well.
City Skylines. So I actually started playing this. So I started playing City Skylines, and yeah, that was a really, really, really good game to play if you got some time to play with that. But Red Dead Redemption, is that a game that's like sort of dropped off the map at this stage? Like I haven't heard much of it or anything of it lately.
No, I think there's still a pretty big player base for it. Again, not for me. I'm such a picky gamer these days though. Like I used to play everything.
Also the same. Yeah.
But now it's just like I don't have time to play everything, so I'll play the games I know I like over and over.
Exactly right. And then you've got Elder Scrolls. Skyrim, the original one. So you can heavily mod this game to do whatever.
Did you just call Skyrim the original one?
Oh, so the Elder Scrolls, yeah. So you got so Elder Scrolls itself, that you can do so much to this game to modify and do pretty much do what you want. But if you want to keep it original, it's still a great game to play, and it can take up hours and hours and hours of your life if you're a single player.
Digging your targeted ads there.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a lot of black magics in there. You guys can see.
Just quickly on the black magic, just a personal question. Did you get a cage for your black magic?
Yes, I did. I'm still waiting for it to come in.
Though. Cool. I've got I accidentally ordered 2 wooden handles, so I've got one for you.
Oh, beautiful. As you can see, it's just right there. And then we've got the GH4, which will be more overhead. When you see the review on this, you'll be seeing from here. And then you'll be seeing all the sexy B-roll, which will be at Rowies as well. So it's going to be fantastic when that comes out.
Look, I'll show you what it looks like. It's so messy at the moment, my studio. There's just shit everywhere because I've been building stuff, and I've got the top-down light now.
Yeah.
So it looks a little bit nicer than what it did before, but
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Still shit everywhere.
Don't worry. Shifting everything over from the studio to here was one up a headache, and then trying to work out obviously cameras and stuff. And then Rowie and I just went out and bought out 2 black magics and said, you know what, let's just do that. And Rowie got some new lenses as well, which I'll be looking at getting another one for myself. But you know, it's all content, which is going to be fun to make. I really can't wait.
I don't know. I think buying the shit's more fun than using it.
Yeah, I know. The conversations that Rowie and I have pretty much day to day is usually
like, hey, I found this.
Yeah, it's about equipment. It's like 9 out of 10 hour conversations. Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this software? What this does? And blah, blah. I'm like, just, yeah. And well, moving along anyway. So we got The Legends of Zelda as well. Civilization is. I've never played this. I actually wanted to get into this, but I've actually got it, but I never played it, to be honest.
Is that Civ?
Yeah, Civ. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Outer Worlds, which is apparently supposed to be a good game. Spider-Man, which is on the PS4 platform. Then you got The Witcher 3, which I still have to play. I haven't played it.
Have you watched the series?
No, I haven't watched them yet.
It is so good.
Yeah,
I've
watched
so good.
Half of episode 1. That's what I've seen so far.
It's like after I watched the series, I got the books on Audible.
Oh, really?
# not sponsored. And to listen in the car when I was doing my work trips. And yeah, it was going from that to the books, really good.
Oh, cool. And then you got God of War as well, which is on PS4. And then that's it. That was it for
that picture looked like it was going to be something bad then.
Oh, it was like this. That's what I thought as well, to be honest. Like, what the hell? But it is a neck massager.
It is.
Don't you love these like fucking? I don't even want to do it for my site, to be honest. But yeah, I'll have to include a few into mine. But yeah. So these are the sort of games that if you're in self-isolation, you should be looking at. We've actually got another list going at the moment, which is in the gaming section of Talking Tech, which we'll talk about very, very soon. But the next topic for tonight is 1 second, which I'll grab now. 1 second here. And then I'll grab these ones here as well. Okay, so where to go? Okay, so next topic. Has COVID-19 pushed back your PC build if you were gonna build or buy PC parts now? It's not. There's no article about it. This is actually a question for everyone else and for obviously Rowan to be talking about as well. So, particularly if you were looking at buying a PC now or buying parts now, do you think, Rowan, is it fair to buy something now? Should say, if you've got a job and you're still working and everything was fine, PC parts have come up and have come up a little bit.
Well, we predicted this.
Yeah, we did
a month ago when I was on last time, and yeah, the Aussie dollar's gone to shit. Yep. It is absolutely gone to shit. So, someone like me, if I needed something, I'd go out and buy it anyway. But I'm lucky enough to be one of the people that have a job still. Yeah. So, like, for example, the computer playing up tonight, if I find out what part is busted, I'm going to go out tomorrow and buy the part I need.
Yeah.
Like, it's a non-negotiable. I use my computer every day. Even if I've got other computers here, they're all doing other things. So my main computer that I do everything on, I don't think it'd push a build back for me. But in saying that, I'm also the kind of person at the moment that doesn't exactly want to hold on to all my cash because I feel like the dollar's going to drop even more. And while everybody's living in chaos and throwing fits and everything, I'll be here with my toys in the same boat with no money. So whatever.
So are we going to see a sort of an influx of, as we've seen already, because obviously we have sold some gear and a lot of overseas buyers are actually buying.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because our dollar's so crap, we're getting more than what it's worth here.
Yeah.
So it's good for people selling stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're wanting to import anything from overseas and pretty much anywhere overseas, it's not a good time for that at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying as well. Like it's going to come to a thing where the people who have actually purchased, purchased their high-end PCs are going to say, you know what, thank F that I've got my PC now and don't have to worry about it through this sort of, plague that's sort of gone around the world at the moment. And it's giving me a chance to actually play games that I really want. But the people out there that want to upgrade because there's new gear coming out. So Intel's bringing the new CPUs, AMD's bringing the new CPUs, AMD's bringing new graphics cards, and so is NVIDIA. I wonder what the prices are going to be for secondhand market, because you're going to see that influx of
everything's going up still. So like, I think the cameras that we bought are a prime example of that.
Yeah,
like 6 months ago they were worth $1,600 new, and now they've gone up between $2,000 to $2,500 depending on where you buy it from, and then you find a place that does do it for $1,900, which is still $300 more than what it was doing 6 months ago. No one else will match them because they're like that's under our cost. That's like exactly we can't afford to sell it at that and make money. So, and what's even more messed up is the fact that Blackmagic is meant to be an Australian company. So,
well, that's exactly right, and it makes you wonder where, particularly obviously the cameras that we bought. Like we used to see secondhand ones go for about $1,400, $1,300. Now secondhand are going for the price of brand new, actually even more expensive.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that the package that I bought was, don't get me wrong, it was still a good package, but yeah, $2,800 or whatever. $2,600 talked him down. And it came with a heap of extras and more batteries and all that sort of stuff and speed booster. But yeah, like for the same thing secondhand 6 months ago, you would have gotten it for like maybe $2,200, $2,100.
Right. Exactly right. Exactly. And trying to haggle as well. But I think the international market against Australia is probably going to be the issue and concern we're going to have primarily, especially with secondhand market, is because our dollar, like you said, is gone down to shit. So we're going to see a massive influx of international buyers purchasing, our hardware that you guys want to buy or purchase or go from there, or you may not even see a good secondhand market because people won't even sell because why sell?
I think people will still sell. People will get into the mindset that they need money. They're like, I'm not using this, let's sell. And I'm lucky that I did my big eBay haul right before this all went down.
Yeah.
But our dollar had already started going to shit. So everyone that bought my stuff was American because, I sold, I think it was like 35 Amiibos or something for $400.
Yeah.
Which in the US, that like equated to just over $200 at the time. So he got like a wicked deal.
And even the camera too, like even the Sony camera we sold, like it must be either nothing in Europe or in the UK that actually have that type of camera for that price, or it was something particular that they wanted.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it's a good time for us to sell to people overseas. Or like, I've just got one piece of advice for anybody looking to sell. Is make sure, because I got stung on it, make sure you look into how much it's going to cost to post overseas, because even a small 3 kilo box to the UK cost me $80. I was like, it'll be like $30. No. So make sure you look into it before you sell anything, because it can get that you can like lose the money that you made selling it to someone overseas by not quoting the postage correctly.
Exactly right. Yeah, so going from that, I think at this stage, if you have the money, obviously, I don't know about buying it now, because obviously when I released that video, which was probably about 3 weeks ago now at this stage, actually probably more to be honest, it would have been a good time to buy what you needed. But a lot of people, and until today, a lot of people will be waiting for the new generation of CPUs coming out and graphics cards coming out. So they're either holding off to see what comes out from that and then seeing what the used market's going to be like, or pretty much just going to be, you know what, we're just going to throw it out there and purchase what we can now while we have the opportunity. What's left in Australia, really.
I'd actually like to see what happens with Apple during this time. Because not only would their production have slowed down due to, people in China staying home and whatnot, but people not wanting to part with their money or that much money
exactly
to get their new products.
Yeah, exactly. And then guess what goes on to my next topic as well. So another one is going to be here is, has COVID-19 affected your work or have you lost work? So I know so many people, I mean, like a lot of people that have lost their jobs or have come pretty much down to a stop on what they were doing. I don't know how it's hit the rest of the world, but here, I should say in Victoria mainly, that I know of, a lot of companies, big companies that have actually just stopped trading because they can't afford it, or it's gone to a point where they just haven't got enough work. And
yeah, well, I won't dox where Mog works, but yeah, obviously she's been not completely laid off at the moment, but yeah, she's been given you need to stay home for a little while.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's sort of okay because if like she's got a heap of sick leave, heap of holiday pay, long service, all that sort of stuff. And it's good that the government has sort of stepped in and been like, if anybody needs it, we've got the $1,500 a fortnight, which isn't going to cover it, but it's definitely better than nothing as well.
Well, that's exactly right. But I'm also seeing too, like today, I actually got an email. So Bow Repairs. So Bow Repairs in Australia is like a tire repair place. And the ones in my area, there's like 3 or 4 in my area, got an email today saying they're shutting down for 2 to 3 months. And bar from there, it could be indefinite shutdowns. And the ones that I know of, okay, they've got at least, these are the truck tire places. So they've got about, I don't know, 30 or 40 staff. And you think about 5 places there and it's got, say, 30 staff in each one. It's a lot of people being laid off just for one company.
Yeah.
Particularly, bar from obviously where Mog works, but like just for a small area in that small, in this small industrial area that my business is in, yeah, like it's getting really bad out there. And I really hope for you guys who's still got a job at the moment, good luck. And it's, I'm really grateful for that. And it's going to be something in there. Like my wife, obviously she works for the bank as well. So she's classified as essential. But there's a lot of people day to day losing their jobs over this COVID-19 plague going around. It's really, it's going to be something that's going to stick around for next at least 3 to 4 months. While
I appreciate the fact that people are keeping their jobs and everything like that, I still think it's a little bit. I don't know what the word to sound like PC is, but I think it's some businesses should be shutting the doors because they're not essential.
Yeah,
and they're not. Like EB, for example.
Yeah.
Like, is that really an essential store? Like, does that need to stay open? Like, nearly everything that you get from there. In fact, I'd go as far as to say everything you get from there can be purchased online.
Well, exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
And like, I think stores will need to, while this is going down, they'll need to move to an online model. They'll need to hire staff to come in and send out orders and stuff like that. But shops like that shouldn't have a storefront presence. Like I've been to the shopping centers and stuff like that when I've needed to go grocery shopping and whatnot. And there's been like jewelry stores open. Like what the hell? Why? No.
Yeah, that's right. Like, exactly right. Yeah.
Go home. Like, and just the amount of, I think, I'll use the word elderly. The word, like so many elderly people that aren't taking it seriously. Like people, 40 and younger are like, all right, we've got to be careful, got to wash our hands, got to wear masks, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these old people who are just like, oh, there's no young people out. Let's go have a coffee at the coffee shop kind of thing. And it's
exactly right. Exactly
you are the most at risk. Like we're all staying home except for essentials for you.
Yeah.
and then you're going out and having a party. So yeah, I think it's. I'm not opposed to the like fines and stuff from police if people are caught going out for
non-essential stuff.
Non-essential stuff. Like I think if you're in your car and you're like driving to drop something off and it's literally like no contact, or you're driving to pick something up, kind of thing like that, and you're not going into public.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Like the person that got, or the kid that got fined for driving on a learners, like I think that was a bit stupid because it does count as education.
I would have said I'm going to Coles.
Yeah, exactly.
If they would have said that, they would have actually that fine got pulled. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it would have.
The police did it straight away.
But like. But like going out into like a public area, like a shopping center, I think the shopping center near my house now has like guides for you to walk around the store. So you're not really? Like, like you can't exit the store and walk back in. You've got to exit the store, walk outside, and then back into the store to get back in. So it's all like segregated off, and you've got to like there's arrows on the floor and there's X's where you can stand and all that sort of stuff.
Yes, fair enough. Yeah.
And like I'm pretty big on personal space as it is when I'm out in public, and even more so now. And it just seems like these old people just want to get all up in my business, and it's like getting so close. And like we're standing in line, and they're like almost touching my back. They're standing so close,
I know.
And it's like I've never hit an old person before, but I'm getting close.
Getting close. Well, speaking of that, the reason, and like my wife works with a bank, so she's classified as essential, which honestly we have a discussion pretty much daily saying that we don't understand why the banks today are essential, where everything to anything can be done online. Online banking, through your mobile app, everything can be done there.
Yeah, cash shouldn't be being used at the moment. The bank should have stayed open for like 2 weeks for everybody to like put cash in their accounts.
Yeah, you can do it at the ATM as well. You can still put deposits in there, but the issue they've got now with them particularly, it also depends on where you sort of work. Or where she works is sort of nothing against the area. But
let's just say that welfare day is pretty big.
yeah, exactly right. So every second Thursday is it's a very big day for them. So my issue, her issue at the moment is that she's saying that she's still getting people walking into the store or walking into the bank and opening up like business accounts and other accounts. And she's like, is it really essential to do that right now? One, you can do it online. And two, why are you doing it right now? You know, like, and people just come in there for the most stupidest questions. Oh, I need to print out one of my statements. I need to do this. Well, you can just do this online.
Well, everybody's like, I don't know. It's almost as if they're getting like they're freaking out, which is understandable, completely understandable. But they're like, all right, now we've got to sell our home.
Yeah.
Like for one, it's probably not the best time to be trying to sell your home with like the value of everything going down. But like, secondly, no, just don't. Like the last thing I would do if I was living somewhere and like, you know, and I wanted to sell my home was have random people just walking through my house for open days and shit like that. Like,
well, you can't do that now because there's no open days anymore.
No, that's how long it's been since I've sold a house. But like, it's like, why would you try and sell a house without? Okay, for one, why would you buy a house without seeing it, the inside of it?
Exactly right. Yeah.
And the only people that do that, and by no means am I being racist because it happened to me when I sold my house, is a Chinese investor contacted us and was like, we don't want to see the house, we just want to buy it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And they'll get someone over here to do it up and rent it out for them and everything like that. But they just want to, they just buy the land. And the real estate agent said, yeah, it's super common. Like they'll go through our classifieds for sales and they'll buy the land. Like, good on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the only people I could see wanting to buy land at the moment. Even now, like, you know, the whole world is in disarray. Like everyone wants to hang on to their money, even though I stand by the fact that it's not going to be worth anything in like 6 months. All that cash under your mattress isn't going to be worth shit. Everyone's going to be dealing in toilet paper and bottle caps.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah,
and black magic cameras. We'll live like kings.
You know, if we had to put a dollar figure with all the gear that we
No,
currently
let's
have.
not talk about it.
It's ridiculous. Like,
Let's not talk about it.
We could probably buy a house or a small flat.
Or at least put a fucking deposit on, like a mansion or something.
Pretty much. I know. But going out to our next topic, so that's pretty much what we're talking about. You know, the COVID-19 things going on at the moment. So hopefully next couple of months that should start to die down. In Australia, they're already stating that it's starting to hit its peak, which I don't believe, because I think another 30 or 40 people got diagnosed today with it. But we'll soon see what's going to be coming out, and hopefully next couple of weeks to next months in Australia at least, that we're going to have a bit of a downturn on that and something a bit better. That's going to give us a bit more freedom, I should say. But yeah. But going into our next topic, Steam. So Steam have a few sales on at the moment, and also obviously new releases have been coming out. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Mountain Blade 2, which we're talking about that next into our gaming topics. Which probably
was that Brokeback Mountain?
Brokeback Mountain, yeah. It's actually a pretty good game. But if you want to see the new and trending, so you got Drug Dealer Simulator. It's free to play. It's a great game to play at the moment. Just to buy some time if you haven't got any sales going.
You know what I've been playing lately? I've been hot on a mobile game called Random Dice. And I normally don't play mobile games like at all. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've just been any piece of free time that I've got, I go take a shit. I'm in there playing fucking Random Dice. And it's just like a little tower defense game, but it got super addictive. I had to delete it off my phone. Like I said before, I get super addicted to shit. So I've had to delete it. But it was fun.
So you got Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, which we'll talk about in a second. We've got tabletop simulators. You got Civ, Risk and Reign 2, Doom Eternal, which is often doing pretty well at the moment. You got Sid Meier's Civilization, and then you got The Gathering as well. So it looks like there's two different versions here. This must be the latest one, the Platinum Edition. Last Oasis, Age of Empires 2, which I really can't wait for the new Age of Empires to come out. And then Resident Evil 3 as well, which is another game. Popular upcoming, you've got a few here. You got Disaster Report 4, Receiver 2, The Space for the Unbound, Radio General, Dark Hero Party, Elder's Blood. I've heard of this one. Eternal Radiance, and you got Dead Side as well. Fallout 76, it's still around. And then
I got my money back for that.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you did too. I remember that.
Yep, I fought them, and I fought them, and I kept saying, look, obviously you don't understand that there's this thing called Australia Consumer Law, and the game was not as advertised. And yeah, like a year and a half later, they gave me my money back.
There you go. And then you got Circle of Empires Rivals as well. So yeah, there are a few Steam titles coming out at the moment. And then this is the one I'll be talking about. So today it's going into a gaming topic. So Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. So there is a single version and the multiplayer version as well. So you get to select this obviously before it comes up in the launcher. And I haven't played the single version yet because I've just started playing it today. So I've been playing multiplayer. And the multiplayer is really good. Particularly, they've changed a lot since the first one. And the play style, you got team deathmatch, you've got raids, you've got it's like there's like 3 or 4 different scenarios you can choose from. And if this is the sort of game you like playing and you want to get away from COD or Apex or anything like that, you want to go back to medieval times, as I say, this will be the game to play. And it's just something that's really interesting, and it's also very realistic to the particular case where if you're on a horse or if you're an archer or a warrior of some sort, you can obviously take on pretty much anything, depending on how the gameplay is played, how good your teammates are at the moment as well. So it's actually a really good game to play as well. Something a bit different to what's going on around at the moment. I know Mountain Blade's been out for a while. Been out for a very, very long time, but they've done a lot of changes to Mountain Blade 2. So from my side, I would definitely recommend it if you actually enjoy playing this sort of games. I've got to get you into it.
I don't know.
But the multiplayer game, you can definitely go off and on. Like, you don't really need to sort of stick to it. You can play 2 or 3 games and get over it and just, come back next week later. Single player, I don't know yet. I haven't actually played single player yet. So I might actually start streaming in single player mode.
I know, what was that?
To see what it's like.
What was that game that came out that everyone was into that was like medieval fighting?
Medieval Total War?
No. It was
For Honor.
Yeah, that's the one. And then it died really quick.
That died very, very quickly. But the thing is, For Honor was good for the style of play, and so the graphics was fucking awesome. Look, you can't go past the graphics because even this is not even close to it.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate for graphics don't make a game though.
Yeah,
mechanics make a game, story make a game.
This is what this does. But also too, Mountain Blade community is been around for so many years, like for so long now. And the community was still playing the original Mountain Blade as well. So for Mountain Blade 2 to come out, has just made this game even stronger. So there's having a backing of it, and that's the reason why they did it. The thing is, well, apparently since the early access has been released, there's been a patch every day or every second day on this game. So any bugs that they see, or
they're obviously active.
Yeah, that's something there. People notice, they'll report it, bang, gets fixed up straight away and done.
That's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing.
Yeah, so that's something I'm really enjoying seeing it, because the first original Mountain Blade, it did take a while for updates to get released and so forth. But yeah, as you can see from here, I should even here to be honest. But yeah, so there's been a few updates been released so far, and look, I've got to say it's been pretty positive from my side. The game so far, and I've only played about, I don't know, maybe an hour or two of it, and it's literally just multiplayer, just going straight into maps and just playing against other people. I would love to see the single player version of this and see what it's really like as well, what you can really do with it.
Damn, just quickly, NVIDIA just posted the MSI GS66 Stealth on Twitter.
Yeah,
up to 64 gig of RAM in a laptop. 300 hertz, 3 millisecond display. That's nuts.
Yeah. I got the 65. So I'm already outdated.
Yeah. No, you got to update already. I'll take your old one.
So that's the gaming talks for tonight. We do have another one. So I'll do the last one before we get going. But so apparently this one here is best PC games of 2020. Now, this is according to T3.com. And they're stating that these are the best games for 2020 to play so far. So if it's old or new, no matter what games it is, these are the games that people are still playing. And I haven't played Half-Life yet. Have you played the new Half-Life?
No.
Yes, I haven't played it yet. So you got Half-Life.
That's Black Mesa, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Alex.
Alex. Doom Eternal. You've got Call of Duty as well. And then you've got Halo. There's a few others on here. Tedum. Never heard of how Tedum is. Monster Hunter World. So I've actually never played this, but I've
Temtem. Temtem's like Pokemon, but it died really quickly as well. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, which I still got to start playing. I bought it. I've actually bought the Ultimate version, and I'm a massive Dragon Ball Z fan. I haven't even started playing that yet. You got Tennis 2 as well, and then you got Disco Asylum. Where the hell that is? Black Sad, which we've seen that before as well. Red Dead Redemption 2, so people are still playing that. Is that actually been? Is there a multiplayer version of that? Or are they still releasing the multiplayer version of Red Dead Redemption?
I'm not sure, dude. I've not been a fan of Red Dead Redemption at all. You know what I did like, though? Do you remember the old game Gun that was on the OG Xbox?
Yes.
It had like a yellow cover with a skull on it. That was pretty cool.
That. Yes, I remember that. Mech Warrior. So Mech Warrior goes
back
a long time ago. So most likely the original Mech Warrior game was half the people actually, the kids, the teens of today weren't even born when Mech Warrior 1 got released.
I was playing Mech Warrior before I started high school.
Yeah, so was I.
And that was like Mech Warrior 2. Like
yeah, I played the original Mech Warrior, which was when I was back then, it was like, oh my God. You got Darksiders as well, and there's a few on here. So I'll put this into the chat for you guys to have a look at. There's some games out that you guys haven't seen yet, or you just want to start playing. And so there's obviously Need for Speed as well here, and Star Wars. I haven't even finished this off yet. I've got so many games to finish off. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there's a lot of things out there. That's obviously a lot of games out there, single player games, multiplayer games people want to play as well. But if you're in a self-isolation, you're not sure what to play, there's a link there for you guys to have a look at, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas what to play during self-isolation, or, if you're not, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, I would like to finish off the show there. I'd like to thank everyone who's come in. Thank everyone who's been in the chat as well. Rowie, thank you once again for joining in as a special co-host for tonight, because we couldn't make it. Or thank our sponsors, Cooler Master and Blue Designs as well. I think much appreciated for tonight. And guys, we'll be filming this, or we'll be shooting this again next Tuesday night. Hopefully Rick is okay by that time. If not, if Rory is free, and we'll see if he can come back on again. But we'll be streaming this week, probably most likely on Thursday nights. So I'll probably doing a bit of World of Warships, or maybe even a bit of Mountain Blade 2. But we'll see where we go from there. But guys, thanks once again, and we'll see you next time.